Bingo. Should be running. Okay, on week number 4, I want to show you the agenda real quick. Today, no, that's the wrong class. I'm sorry. Let's get to the right class. Yay. Period 7. Week number 4. All right, today's going to be about layer mask. It's a classic Photoshop thing. We got to do it. We just have to do it. I can't leave it out. Now, tomorrow, you notice tomorrow on Wednesday, it says YouTube banners. What we're going to do the rest of the week after we do these layer masks, we're going to get into some media production projects where I'm going to ask you to make some stuff that's going to have to kind of meet certain requirements, right? Like a YouTube banner is a certain size. You're going to have a lot of choice about exactly what you make, and you can be creative. But I'll set this up with you tomorrow, and it's going to be a 2-day thing. You'll have 2 days to work on it. On Thursday, we're going to talk about Chromebook wallpapers. Again, that's mostly about they got to be a certain size, and then I'll show you some tricks that you can use to make some wallpapers, backgrounds, things like that. And then on Friday, we're going to talk about what if you're doing a wallpaper or a background for a mobile device, like an iPad or a phone, something like that. All right. So those are things coming up this week. And really, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are more like take what you have learned in Photoshop and let's make something. Okay. All right, so that's kind of a peek at the week. Today is about layer mask. So I've got a handout here that's posted on Google Classroom if you need it. I've got a file that you're going to work with here. And so if you do this, if you click, and if once in a while, you guys who are in class will hear me say, if you're working from home, that's because you know why, right? I'm recording. So if you're working from home, you should be able to click on that, or you can do the same thing here. Click the 3 dots in the corner, open a new window. And then if you download it, for you guys here at school, it's going to go to your downloads folder. If you're on a Chromebook, like you might be at home, it's just going to go onto your Google Drive. It'll just get saved onto your Google Drive. Yeah, go ahead. That's a separate movie. That's separate. That's a separate thing. Anyway, I've already got this downloaded, so I'm not going to download it right now, but you can certainly download it. So let's hop over here and show you. So this is what it looks like when it's open in Photoshop. And what I'm going to ask you to do today is take it from this to this. See the difference? Look at it. The big difference here is we're going to, like Takuma Sato won the Indianapolis 500 yesterday. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is knock the background out around Takuma Sato. Notice in this version, you don't see all that background stuff around the driver, right? You notice that? See that? Also, on the trophy, the Borg Warner trophy that they get when they win the 500, we're going to knock the background out there too. Or see all that background stuff? We're going to knock it out. And there's a lot of ways that you could do this, but the way that I'm going to ask you to do it today is through layer masking because I want you to know about it. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and hop back to this one. This is what it will look like when you download it and you open it up. Okay, I like to use a graphic tablet. If you're working from home, you may not have a graphic tablet. You can do it with a mouse. You can do it with a mouse here, right? You can suit yourself on that. Okay, so here's how it works. I'm going to turn off a bunch of layers. Okay, so on the layer panel, I've got a gradient fill layer right there. Okay, and then I've got an image of the pagoda at the track, which, by the way, is on vivid light blend mode. Opacity is set to 43%. You can play with that if you wanted to, right? The next layer that I have is Takuma Sato. He's the driver. And then I have the trophy. And then I just put a couple of type layers on there. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and turn some of these off. We're going to work on Takuma Sato first. So here's how you do this. When you have to click, when you want to do a layer mask, you have to click on the layer you're going to work on. So I'm going to work on the driver first, Takuma Sato. I'll click on that layer. Way down, I'm going to zoom in on my projector here. Way down at the bottom of the layer panel, do you see this button right here? Now take a snapshot with your brain here, that box with a hole cut in it, right? See it? That says add layer mask, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add layer mask. Now look at what happened when I clicked it. Look. On the layer panel, a new little white box is popped here beside, that's the driver right there. And this is the layer mask. Driver, layer mask. And for right now, we got to make sure that this layer mask box is selected. It's got to be the part that is selected. We don't want it to be over here. Not right now. We want it to be over here. All right, now think with me for a minute about Halloween. If you wear a mask at Halloween, what's the mask supposed to do? Cover your face, cover or hide. That's its job, right? It's supposed to cover or hide. That's what a mask does in Photoshop as well. You can cover or hide stuff, right? We're not really going to erase anything today. We're going to cover stuff up or hide it. So here's how you do it. You take the paintbrush, tap B for brush. You got to have black paint to begin with. You got to paint with black, okay? You might want to check some things like the hardness of the brush. I did a right click right there. I like for my hardness when I'm masking to be around 75 or so, but you can suit yourself on that. You can have a softer brush or a harder brush, whatever you like, okay? I like about 75. You also can play with the size of the brush because here's the deal. Right now, we have some big areas to get rid of. So if you got big areas, use a big brush, right? I can make my brush better. Look what happens when I paint with black. Watch. All right, see that? Now, I'm not really erasing it. It's not really erasing it. It's hiding it is what it's doing. If I paint with a black paintbrush, I can just kind of go around here and hide anything that I want to hide. Now, I do sometimes see people in class, they'll have a big area that they're working on, and they'll sit here and kind of do it like this. What's wrong with that? It's going to take forever. If you try to do that, it's going to take forever to get done. So if you're doing a bigger area, give yourself a bigger brush and do the area quicker that way, right? You can get the big parts done really fast, right? You don't even have to be all that careful. You can knock out the big parts really quickly. Yep. You can. In fact, I'm going to, and I'm not going to ask you to like, you know, I'm not looking for a masterpiece today, but when you do get down to okay, I'm getting close to the edge of the driver here, and I want to be a little bit more careful. Well, I am going to zoom in. I'm going to do Control Plus on the keyboard, and when you're zoomed in, if you push down on the space bar, you can drag the image around and move it. Hold the space bar down, push it down, push the space bar down, and hold and just drag the image around so you can see the part that you want to see. And then adjust your brush however you need to, make it as big or as small as you need, and then just go to work, right? You're just kind of brushing around here. And again, I'm not going to ask for perfection today, but I also want you to try to avoid being sloppy. Let's not just be sloppy, right? So I'm going to brush down here and come down around his shoulder, up here by his ear, go down by the hat. I like a graphic tablet for this, but you suit yourself. If you don't want a graphic tablet, you certainly don't have to use one. Now, I am going to just kind of bump around the flowers on the wreath. I'm not going to do a perfect job around the wreath, but I'm just going to kind of bump around. Kind of like that, and just come down by his elbow down here. In like that, down like that. A little bit in there. All right, I'm holding the space bar down. I'm going to kind of go around the wreath here a little bit. That's not perfect, but we don't have to be perfect. I'm just trying to kind of get the idea here. And I want to get right by his arm. Right by his arm here. Right in like that. There's a little bit where I could be a little better. And I could make a smaller brush and get in those little areas, but I'm going to zoom out. Not bad, right? I hid the background. So that's one thing I want you to do. But now look, you're not done. All right. So now I would have to go to this layer. Come on, zoom in. Zoom in. What are we doing here? Come on. Windows Plus. For some reason, my projector zoom's not working, but it's being laggy. It's being laggy on me. Don't be laggy on me. Come on. All right. Anyway, there we go. Better. Okay, so I'm gonna click on that layer that has the trophy and make sure it's turned on. And then I got to do all the same stuff to that one. I'm gonna go down here and click this box with the hole cut in it, right? At the bottom, look, you see what that looks like? That's the button. Add layer mask. And when I did that, see that? That little white box shows up. Okay. So that means I can come over here. I'm going to do my Control Plus zoom in now. And I can start brushing around the trophy. Get rid of that. Sorry. Make a little bigger brush here. Now, I don't think I'm going to do the whole trophy in the demo because now it's the same idea as what I showed you last time, right? I'm painting with a black paintbrush. Anywhere that you paint with a black paintbrush, it hides whatever you paint over. Now, I do want to show you this. What if I'm coming along here, I got a black paintbrush, and I kind of go, whoa, whoops, oh my goodness, muscle spasm. Right? I could do Control Z undo, but I also want to show you this. If I switch my paint color to white instead of black, I can just paint it back in. All right. It's called non-destructive editing. When I come along here with black paint, if I make a mistake, I can switch to white and I can fix my mistake just by painting with white back over where I painted with black. All right. So just a heads up there. And so on this one, yeah, you may have to and I'm not going to do the whole thing. You may have to zoom in. Why is that being so slow? You may have to zoom in kind of tight and take kind of a small brush. And like on this part right here, see how that goes down like that, and like that. And there's some detail work on that trophy, right? There's some detail work happening here with the trophy. So you might have to zoom in a little bit and do some details. Whee! Now, like I said, I don't think I'm going to do that whole trophy because I don't think you need to watch me do it. I don't think. All right. So when you get it all done, and you could also, if you wanted to, you could play with the type layers. If you felt like it, you could come along here, like on mine over here. Do you see a difference in the type layers? Well, you know what I did, don't you? I put on like a bevel emboss and an inner shadow and stuff like that just because I felt like it, just because I wanted to. That's all. You don't have to. What do you have to do on the assignment? Well, you have to take the background off of Takuma Sato, and you have to take the background off of the trophy, and then you can save it and turn it in. Then you're done, right? You go File, Save As, turn it in, bingo. All right, let's go. And I'm here to help you if you need it. And graphic tablet, if you want it, if you feel like a graphic tablet would be helpful. And I'll be right with you if you're waiting on me. I'm going to come up here and go